introduce you to our speakers today. We have Sumit Satendra, batch 2016 to 18, ABA from Solon and a boy with big dreams. Sumit joined Sunstone Eduversity for an MBA and wanted to make a big name in the sales and marketing industry. He's presently the head of the sales and marketing team at Byju's. Sonu Kumar, batch 2014 to 16, presently a project manager. Sonu has done his MBA from Sunstone Eduversity in operations and marketing. Sonu has worked with names like Oyo, Vivigo, and Home Credit. Pinky Kumari, batch 2015 to 17. After completing her PGDM from Sunstone in Human Resources, she went on to work at Shiro's on all women's networking platform. She has since then managed multiple projects and client relationships. Welcome us, and without further ado, let us all begin. Thank you for joining us, Pinky, Sumit, and Sonu. Firstly, I would like to know the experience of Sunstone Eduversity. Why don't we start with Pinky first? Pinky, how has your journey in Sunstone Eduversity been like?
So, hi Harmeet, thank you so much for the welcome. So, the 2 years journey with Sunstone has been an amazing journey. So, as you mentioned, I joined Sunstone in 2015 and it was till 2017. So, it has been an amazing journey. So, the things that attracted me that time was the pay after placement program that Sunstone offers. And the second thing that really attracted me was that they don't focus on the theoretical knowledge. They majorly focus on practical knowledge that make us industry ready. Yeah, that is the very important point, which like most of the MBA colleges are missing out. And the third thing that they have themselves faculty from the corporate industry themselves, which help us to understand the market well, the industry well, and help us in solving real life situation, real life business problem. And so when we join our first internship or any training program, so these factors help us very well. So this was my journey with Sunstone.
Amazing. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad to have such amazing alma mater with us.
Thank you so much.
Sumit, how has your journey been like?
Okay, so first of all, I would like to thank Harmeet a lot for for the lovely introduction you gave. Really means a lot. And a very warm welcome to all the panelists and all the viewers who have joined us right now. And so starting off with the Sunstone journey, so it's been a very pleasant journey for me. It's a very good platform where I have been able to channelize my thought process and my ideas and how I could be executing them into the market right now, which I'm doing. And apart from that, the highly experienced faculties, they have helped us a lot in grooming ourselves and grooming the confidence what we have. Everyone has a individual set of attributes within themselves, but it's very apt to get a right mentor at the right time, through which you can groom yourself properly and present yourself. So
Absolutely.
It's been a very great journey at Sunstone.
Well, lovely to know that. Thank you, Sumit, and thank you, Pinky. What about you, Sonu? How has your journey been like in Sunstone? And perhaps you were the first batch. You were the first batch of Sunstone Eduversity. How has been your journey so far?
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to come there. And for me, joining Sunstone a big challenge for me because we were the first batch of this college. And since we have joined this college, we've never felt that this is a very boring kind of college where we're losing certain study material. But every day we had a different, study, different faculty. Every week we had a different guest lecture. So we learned a lot. We really understand the market conditions, market situations, and what actually industry demands from the students. So for me, all over, it was such a wonderful journey with Sunstone. It's been great. It's been great. Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. So to know about the journeys of all three of you, one question that pops in my mind is, today you guys have reached, various platforms, various fields, and you guys are successful. But how was your first internship like? And Pinky, having said that, I would like to tell my viewers that Pinky started off as an internship in her organization, and today she's a project manager there. So, Pinky, how has your journey been in terms of learning and, experiencing?
Yes, Harmeet. So I started as an intern, and in the same organization, I'm working as a project manager. So my first internship was an amazing journey. So I joined as an HR intern in Max Hospital for my first internship, and it was a really learning curve for me. I learned a lot of skill which I applying now also, and it will be useful for my entire life. So even with like gaining many life skills, I have also I faced many challenges. Okay, so as it was an internship in a hospital, so hiring a doctor. So these time during hiring a doctor, I faced like various challenges. Like I was not aware of the medical background. So this is the challenge which I faced, but initially and gradually, like with time and experience, I learned and like grown and understand the process with. So this first internship helped me a lot to groom myself.
The industry curriculum help you?
Yeah, exactly. So Sunstone, as the Sunstone pattern itself is based on the industry itself. So it make you industry ready. It worked on basic things like maybe a drafting an email. People ignore that drafting an email. Like it's like most of the colleges ignore, but for an MBA graduate, it's a really important thing. So yes, the Sunstone faculty and everyone have helped me a lot to groom myself. Right now also, I'm there because of them. Yeah.
So sweet, so sweet. I hope your faculties are listening, and I'm sure you thank them for making you industry ready and giving you all the exposure and all the skill sets required. I mean, as you said, writing small things like writing an email also make a huge difference.
Yeah.
On that note, Sumit, how was your first internship experience? What would you like to say?
So my first internship started off with a Delhi-based startup, IT startup. So the name is Editsoft Solutions Private Limited. So basically, I had opted for my internship into marketing and sales, and it was a very good opportunity for me. Why I'm saying this is because the top management of the company, they actually allowed me to execute my ideas, to present my ideas, and it was recognized in the organization, which usually an intern is not supposed to be given so many responsibilities like that. But then I was fortunate enough to have been given those responsibilities. Now again, when I talk about the responsibilities, being a fresher when we are entering into the corporate world in the first internship time, so when you're doing the first internship, we have many thoughts coming across into our mind which are very contradictory, like whether like how should we present ourselves, how should we be behaving inside the organization, what is the work environment, what am I going to gain out of this internship. There are many thoughts coming up, but as you enter into it, and you start getting involved, after that, the platform is all yours. And Sunstone actually helped me, because when I joined this internship program, so before that I was ready enough, I was having all the answers to all the questions coming up during the internship. So it's been a very good internship period of 3 months for my first internship, and yeah, I cherish that moment even now.
Amazing. I mean, that's how you started your journey. I'm sure it must have been such a learning experience. Having said that, Sonu, how was your internship experience like?
Oh, my internship a little bit different compared to others. So my first internship, the company named Mindscape, which is Gurgaon-based company. And the companies got shut down. But for us, the biggest learning of that internship that we need to understand the right product for the right people. And we had a 2 month internship. We met with a lot of new people, a lot of new colleges registered. We understand, we have discussed with them. We also identifies the challenges which comes across all the Naukri job portal, job site portal. And that was good internship for us. And it was really good.
Right. So we have like, thank you so much, Sonu, and Pinky and Sumit for sharing your experiences with us. And having said that, we are getting so many questions online, and I would like to start and begin with them. We have a question from Maheshwari Patil. I'll put it to Sumit. Sumit, Maheshwari Patil wants to know, what have you done, MBA or PGDM? And this is a very common question which we get online, as in what should a student go for, MBA or a PGDM? So, firstly, what have you done, MBA or PGDM, and can you guide the students out there?
Yeah, sure. So first of all, thanks Maheshwari for the question. And so there are some parameters of the differences between MBA and a PGDM. I have done a PGDM. So now, if you look at a bigger picture, so you might not find any differences between an MBA or a PGDM, because somewhere or the other it will land you up into a similar kind of job profile. But then if you talk about certain parameters where things are different, is about the regulating authority for a MBA course and a PGDM course. So for an MBA course, there is a university. It's a university approved program, and the course structure is actually designed by the universities. So all of the colleges lying under the same university will follow a same set of the pedagogy will be the same, the course structure will be the same. But that at the same time, if you talk about PGDM is a self-regulating authority. It's directly approved by the AICTE, and it has the flexibility of choosing the course structure, and it has the flexibility of molding the course whenever it and wherever it wants to, adding on to the industry related part like industrial training and choice of the internships being given. So this is one part which is very important if you talk about the parameters of difference. The second part is if you go and if you look after the placement part. So in the placement part, as a research says nowadays is that out of the 100% people having done PGDM or MBA, 90% of the people landing up for good jobs are from PGDM.
Right.
That one of the reasons why PGDM is somewhat better than doing an MBA right now. So yeah, and if you go have an in-depth analysis, I think better you should be reading few articles about it, because in such a short session, it's very difficult to take out all the parameters. But yeah, these are the basic differences. Apart from that, on a bigger picture, I would like to say there are not much of a difference between an MBA and a PGDM.
Thank you so much, Sumit. I hope, Maheshwari, that answers your question. Our next question is from Vishu Mittal. Sonu, Vishu asks, in how much time do we get placement after completing our course from Sunstone?
That's a good question. Thank you so much. Well, we got placed before finishing our degree, and because of multiple of couple of internship we have done. Based on the internship, we were ready to go to the industry. The final semester that we had that was completely was online. We haven't come to the college, but yeah, we haven't waited for till now. But we were placed before completing our degree.
Right. So as you said, you were placed even before you completed your degree. Pinky, what about you? Issues asks, did you get placement after completing your course from Sunstone?
So yes, Vishu, as Sonu have already mentioned, we got placement before we finished our degree. So even in the first year, we used to get like multiple internships so that we get an exposure to the industry. So in the second year, I got my internship, and in the same company, I was absorbed and currently working in the same company. Yeah.
Amazing. Next question is from Mukul Siddhant. Sumit, Mukul asks, does internship happen between or after the course?
Okay, Mukul, a very good evening. And about the internship, so first of all, you need to have a basic practical and a theoretical knowledge about the course structure. So the course starts off with the theoretical course, and it is like you have to be in the campus and you have to study throughout the basic aspects of being into the industry. So yeah, a 1 year course or a 1.5 year course, it depends upon the institution which you are opting. So they will offer you a 1 year or 1.5 year, on campus course. And after that, you can start stepping into the internship part for the remaining 6 months or 1 year part. So you can choose upon as I said, PGDM institutions, they are very flexible in terms of the course structure, in terms of the internships. So you will be having the 6 months or the 8 months or 12 months of the remaining time period of your course. You will be getting into doing the internships, and then only you will be completing it. Meanwhile, during the internships, you might have to come on campus and you might have to do a fit both of them and bring the best outputs. Yeah.
Right. I hope that answers your question, Mukul. Thank you, Sumit. The next question is, related to the HR domain, and I don't think there's anybody better than Pinky who can answer that. Pinky, Ashish Bhatt asks, I'm from operations background. Will it be fine to switch to HR operations? I'm planning for 2 years MBA from Sunstone. How valuable is it in current situation when companies are laying off employees?
So, hi, Sumit. So, definitely you can switch to, if you're thinking from operations to HR, so definitely you can switch. So, see, all the specialization at MBA has equal scope and opportunity. It's only depend upon your interest and your inclination towards the specific field. I personally opted for an HR. 1 year I did my job in the internship in HR, and then I switched to a project management job because I have more inclination towards managing different projects, different
Right.
clients. So it's basically depend upon your interest and how, and if you really like people management, interacting with people, solving their problem. So definitely it's like a best field for you. Yeah.
Right. So is it okay if they want to switch from operations background to HR? Is it fine?
Yes. I think it's fine. Even I, from a HR background, moved to a project manager profile. So it's
Right.
totally fine according to me. Yeah.
Okay. I hope that answers your question. I believe if one is passionate about something, if one really wants
Exactly.
to pursue something, I think that should not be a problem in changing fields. Having said that, thank you so much, Pinky. Ankit, there's a viewer, Ankit Pandey. Sumit, there's a direct question to you. He says, which is the best college for PGDM, Sumit sir, in Sunstone Eduversity?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sure. Ankit Pandey says, which is the best college for PGDM, Sumit sir, in Sunstone Eduversity?
Okay. So Ankit, first of all, you need to tell me for this question, like, what are your parameters for, judging a best college or a better college? So,
Right.
every college, what a college has, a college comprises of an infrastructure, of a faculties, of the course, everything, right? So, every college is the same. Every college, you will get the same study material, everything. It's about your attitude, your way of analyzing things, that wherever you get into, then how do you have to utilize the best of that place. So this is what
Correct.
you should be thinking about, rather than thinking about the best institution right now. If you ask me the best institution, I would say you should go for an IAM or an XLRI. So, but then talking about Sunstone, see why Sunstone is better, because right now, if you speak about spending lakhs and doing a course, I don't think that's a smart choice. You do your course, get the skills, and then you pay. That is a better choice, I guess. I think I would have answered the question.
Thank you so much, Sumit. Next question is for Sonu. Sonu Shomik Naskar asks, hi everyone, what field of specialization is best to choose in MBA in the current marketing scenario?
Well, thank you so much for a good question. If we talk about the current market scenario, first of all, we need to understand our area of interest, right? For example, if anybody is from technical background, can go for digital marketing, also can go for analytics. These are the two very hot jobs as per current scenario. But again, I would say it will completely depend upon your own area of interest.
Right. So, and Pinky, would you like to add something to the specializations? I mean, what kind of specialization is best to choose in MBA?
So, Harmeet, as I've already answered in the previous question, that it's all depends on your interest and your inclination toward any specialization. So, people, if you have any doubt like which specialization to choose, what you can do a small internship, like a 4-week internship or a 6-week internship, and see if you're enjoying that profile on it. And accordingly, you can choose your profile.
Talking about specialization.
Specialization, yes.
So talking about specializations, Pinky, in the current batches, we have a screening process where, students are screened by the faculties, industry, as in what is their areas of interest. And, for example, somebody who is a people's person is absolutely the right choice for an HR's position.
Exactly.
So these kind of screenings were also done in your time when you were studying?
Yes, Harmeet. In our batch too, the screening used to happen depending upon the interest, the qualities that people have, and according to the faculty used to help us in choosing our specialization.
Right. That really puts a light on the subject. Thank you so much. Sumit, the next question is for you. What is the ROI and what is the payback period of Sunstone Eduversity?
Okay, so the ROI and the payback period, I think these are quite technical things right now. So based upon for these questions, I should the candidate should be looking upon to the website right now, because I've not taken a look upon the current ROI and the returning period right now. So yeah, it's better if you go and have a look on the website, please.
Right. So if I talk about your ROI in terms of, investing on Sunstone University, if I want to know about your ROI, what would it be?
As per for me, so, it's like what I have invested in Sunstone and what I have got from it. It's very much of a precedent. It can set as a precedent for me, as for like people who know me, that I have taken a right choice, and I'm very glad about it. It's because it's a point of time, when you are choosing a university, or you are going on for a certain course. So it's very difficult, it's very confusing for new aspirants to basically judge and analyze things, to what to choose, what not to choose, and like how am I going to go ahead in my career in future. But yes, it's been great, because as I see, if I compare that what have I invested into Sunstone and what I have taken out of it, cannot be compared in monetary terms or any other terms. Yeah, it's been quite amazing, the rate of whatever return I have got from Sunstone.
Correct. And just a personal question, just a follow-up question right there. We get this a lot that pay after placement is fake, it's not real. It's people also say that we might end up giving jobs to people, and after 2-3 months they might lose it, and we will not take accountability of that. I mean, talking about pay after placement, how has your experience been on this unique model?
Okay, so see, I am an alumni of Sunstone, and right now, if I would have been having complaints about Sunstone, or about it being fake in any of the ways, I would not be sitting on this platform today. So this is something which itself it's a proof that you don't need to think about it being a fake. You can have a look about me, you can check out about Sonu or Pinky, anyone. We have been a part of this organization, and we are working and we are doing good in our careers. It's not fake at all. Please do not have a second thought about it being fake or anything. See, whenever a new model comes into market, people usually have second thoughts about it, about the genuineness about the product, about the organization. That comes as a thought, but then also it depends upon you to research about that particular thing. If you are good enough in researching about it, if you have certain people who have already crossed that barrier and who have already crossed you already come over from that place, so you can obviously connect to them and you can ask them your queries about it being fake or genuine.
Right. Cutting you in between, Sumit, just a curious question. I really want to know that does a model like pay after placement really puts away the economic pressure on the student? And I'm just a little curious about knowing your story. Where have you done your undergraduation from, and how did you end up finding about pay after placement? And then did it make you financially independent while you were doing your MBA?
Okay. So see, basically, whenever a person is doing a PGDM or an MBA, so we all know that's a post-graduation course. And our parents would have already invested in us a lot during our schooling, during our graduation and everything. And post-graduation is something, which is a matter of one individual's choice. It's not by force that parents want you to do it because of certain qualifications you need, but it's your own choice that you want to opt for a higher education. So
Correct.
obviously one thing is very important, that you would not feel like pressurizing your parents, or like becoming a liability for them, pressurizing for the amount you will have to be paying for the course. So now if you talk about pay after placement, so you are paying nothing for Sunstone. You are not paying anything. What you are paying is when you are already in a job, when you are already earning. At that point of time, you are going to pay. So you are
Right.
not being, you are not digging your parents' pockets. You are not being a liability on them. You are on your own, and that will be a very proud moment for you. I am telling you, because I have been through this. I have not asked my parents for a single penny for doing this course. I am also saying it's not wrong to have asked, because they are your parents. If you want to do further education, they would all obviously be funding for it. But then, yeah, because you already have certain kind of expertise and you already know your way, like how you are going
Right.
to yourself in future. So you should be making a smart choice, and you should be moving towards opting this course at Sunstone for pay after placement. So no, wherein you can pay at your own expenses, do your course, have expertise, and then step out into the corporate. And now talking about my journey from the undergraduation and all. So basically, uh, I don't know if I should be saying this, but then yeah, I am a, National Law University dropout. I'm a law dropout. So I
Okay.
dropped out in the third year of law, and
Right.
because I was losing interest in law due to one of the reasons why I dropped out from that place. And but like dropping out and after that not doing anything won't, it will leave you at a place where you won't be having any kind of qualifications through which you can get yourself a place in the corporates. So it was
Right.
very important for me to have done a course wherein a graduate course, and that master's course where I can see myself in the corporate structure. So that is when, after dropping out from law, I also did work out in the organization for 1.5 year or so. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, gradually, I because I had an interest in management industry, because my father is from the same industry. I had been looking upon him, upon his colleagues, how the way they used to talk, the confidence they had in themselves, the presentation
Mm-hmm.
skills they had. So that was very important to me, because no matter however successful you become in your careers, however successful you believe you are, having the right set of skills, but if you do not have confidence in yourself, you cannot face a crowd. If you cannot present yourself in a better way, that would make me feel that no matter whatever skill sets I have, I would feel myself to be unsuccessful. So this
Right.
was important to me, and trust me, management industry is the only place which can give you that kind of a confidence. As you see, I'm speaking right now, and it's not easy for anyone who usually does not go on a live session to have come over here and face such a huge crowd and then speak their heart out. It's not that easy. But if you have that confidence, then trust me, you would be speaking, you would be sitting at my place right now, and you would be speaking the same. So yeah, that's about my journey.
That's
Thank
that's wonderful. I mean that's kind of very. I'm sure students who really don't know. They think a lot. कि कैसे होगा, क्या होगा, कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे. I think they should look at alumni like you who have been through so much in their journey, and they have established themselves all by hard work and passion. Well, having said that, Sonu, the next question is from Lakshman. He says, I'm interested in digital marketing. What is the scope and your view about the course?
Uh, Thank you. If I talk about digital marketing, so this is completely IT kind of course where you can work at any place, right? And the scope of digital marketing is making for a website, look for a SEO, and these days, as you can see, all our business moving into digitally. So everyone needs a platform where they can promote their business, where they can market their business, because these days print media is going to be completely wind up.
Right.
So these are the scope where you can go with this. These are the scope that we can go with.
Right. So as Sonu says it that this is a time when print media is going to take a back seat, which already has begun, I think, and social media is taking the forefront. Everything is happening online, And not just that, I think our classes also of Sunstone University right now, everything is happening online. So, Pinky, would you like to add something to this question that, what is the scope of digital marketing in the coming forefront?
Okay, so yes, digital marketing is something that will be like a very like a good field or specialization that we can go in. As Sonu has already mentioned, that print media will be on the front back foot as compared to the digital marketing and the social media channel. Everyone wants to be online and everything, sales, advertising, everything is going digitally. So I think digital marketing is definitely a good specialization or something that people can.
Right, but having said that, I think one should want to pursue. One should analyze his or her personality properly. Have proper, proper mentors to guide. I'm sure that no matter what is trending, if you know what you want to do and if you really are passionate about it, I think one just has a proper channel to follow. Absolutely.
Exactly.
The next question is from Shafwan. Sumit, he says, Sir, I'm already working in the IT field. I want to specialize in MBA with it. Please give us some details and guide.
Okay, so Shafman, I guess you are already into a corporate structure and you are already aware about the things going on inside the industry right now. So perhaps if you want to opt for a master's course and you want to specialize into it, so basically see what you should be doing is like you should be opting for a course right now, because this is the perfect time for you to have opted for a course, because during this COVID time, how the market has recessed right now. And if you utilize this time in a specialization your skills in IT industry, so after a time span of 1.5 year or 2 years, when you land up into a corporate again, you would be specialized and you would be having the right set of attributes into the industry. As I said, like even I was working into the industry beforehand I joined Sunstone. But then the information what we have, the ideas what we have, and the attributes whatever we have, they are all scrambled up, they are not in a channelized way. So landing up into an institute actually helps you in gathering all the information and ideas you have into a particular place, and then accordingly you can streamline those ideas and thought processes, and you can choose yourself or make yourself land better into a better place with a better or a handsome salary, because in monetary terms also, if we speak, if you are into a corporate, so that means a lot, not only the the place where you are, but monetary rewards are also means a lot. So it's good to have thought about this. I think you should be going for a specialization into the IT industry by doing a PGDM or an MBA right now.
I think yes, Sonu,
I would like to. Yeah, I want to add something. See, if he's from IT background, so these days machine learning and artificial intelligence is the become hot job. So he can look for these two courses for the specialization purpose. I'm sure this will help a lot.
Right, right. So I think yes. Right now, Sumit, what do you think? Is this the right time to do any higher studies, not just MBA, not
Yes, obviously. See, it's not
like looking at the state currently.
Very true, very true, very true. So, see, basically, I can say that it's always a right time to go for a master's or a specialized course. But right now, as if you see the scenario of the industry right now, so there are not much of jobs, and people are losing down on their jobs as well, cut off of salaries, and things are not going good in the corporate industry right now. So this is the time period, you should, in spite of putting up your effort into checking out for a job, it's better you should put up your effort into grooming yourself, into preparing upon your skills and your attributes. And this is the right time. I think this is a perfect time you can invest into building up your career right now.
Right, right. Thank you, Sumit. The next question is from Vishu Mittal. He says, ma'am, please tell me about Riyadh Bahara University tie-up with Sunstone. Is it good if I go for it? And what about placement from there? Well, Vishu, our placement team is centrally working for all the campuses. And we make sure that no matter whichever campus you choose, we give you all the right skill sets to be trained with, and we also provide you, internships and placement time. And no matter whichever campus of Sunstone University you choose, our team is always going to be connected with you. And having said that, if you really want to know more about placements, you can have the webinar we had with the placement team, where we just focused on placements, and you can have a better knowledge. Having said that, you can choose any campus of Sunstone University and you'll get the same grooming, whichever campus you choose. And the next question is from Archit Sharma. He says, if we do MBA from finance, then do we only study accounts in the whole program of MBA, or there is something else? Do we get internship also in finance sector? Pinky, would you like to take that up?
So yes, I am not from the finance background, but yes, many of my friends have done MBA in finance. So yes, I don't know about the syllabus and the course they provide, the what is this, but yes, if you have done an MBA in finance background, definitely they provide you internship and job training in finance background itself, because most of my friends from my batch have taken finance background, and currently they are working in the finance background itself.
Right. Yeah. Sonu, would you like to add something to this?
Yes. So see, I'm also not from finance background, but
right.
I did my second job with the finance company. It was completely hardcore finance company. Since I was good into this data wala part, so for me to understand the numbers and data and everything was quite easy. So yeah, it's very easy to read. It's quite fair.
Right. Thank you, Pinky and Sonu. Next question is from Goel. Sumit, he says, if we do MBA from Sunstone University, then about what will we study in HR? I think better than Sumit, I think Pinky can answer this question better. If we do MBA from Sunstone University, then what exactly will we study in HR? Pinky.
So yes, we have like different curriculum in HR that Sunstone provide. Okay, so as I've already mentioned, instead of theoretical knowledge, they focus on practical knowledge. So they will be guiding you throughout that how you need to like work in terms of recruitment, training and development, payroll and everything. So each and every part is covered in Sunstone. All the parts that are there in HR, every part is covered. But majorly, instead of focusing on theoretical, they work on practical knowledge.
Talking about practical knowledge, Pinky, very recently we started English Hour when students.
Yes.
So can you say what is this English Hour all about? Being an alumni, and what things did you learn in those times for practice?
Yeah, so initially Sunstone have started an English hour. So basically, people, student who are like weak in English or don't have a good communication skill, which we require in corporate industry. So this English art help them to groom their communication skills and improve their English. That will help them for their interviews, for the job, for the internship and everything.
Right. So did these skills help you increase your communication skills?
Yes. This skills definitely help us. These programs definitely help us to groom ourselves and work well in the industry.
Amazing. I hope that our students also benefit from the English Hour we have started recently. The next question is from Devesh. He says, what certificates need I get to get highest placement? Sumit, would you like to address that?
Okay, so see, basically about the highest placement, I guess this is something about, when you talk about in the monetary terms. So certifications and all, like you will be getting a PGDM once you complete the course. But then, for the highest placement part, if you talk about, so see, there are different industries. They are having, set of requirements for them. So now, if you talk about sales, supposingly give you an example about sales. So sales is one kind of an industry which is, very much dependent upon incentives offering incentives to the people working in the organization. So if you are into sales, so obviously if you are good at sales and if you crack more than the target based sales inside the corporate, you will be rewarded with a lot of monetary benefits. If you talk about the the digital marketing or the IT industry, they too have targets. So the industry, it has become in such a manner in is that every industry is offering incentives to all the people who go beyond the targets or who complete the targets. So no matter whatever industry you land up into, first of all, it will be completely your choice, whatever industry you are looking out for. So please, I would say, rather than focusing upon the monetary benefits right now, so you should be focusing upon what are your areas of interest, because that will be a primary part in that will play a primary part in deciding how you grow into your career in future. So yeah, you'll be focusing on your areas of interests and about the industry you're looking out for.
वो एक डायलॉग है आई थिंक थ्री इडियट्स में, सक्सेस के पीछे मत भागो, एक्सीलेंस का पीछा करो. I think this is what is relevant.
Yeah, that is actually a right dialogue to be used for this time. Yeah.
Right. I think there's a very nice question from Shubhrinata Parija. I think I would like all three of you guys to answer this. The question is, what are the things we must learn now in this vacation before joining MBA college? I think, as you said, you were a law dropout, so you did not have anybody to guide you. What guidance would you like to give on this answer?
Okay, so see, talking about the management industry, when you are coming inside a college, where you will be dealing with corporates who already have seen the entire industry experience, and they are already there to guide you, to be your mentors. But after you join, but before you join, what to do? So that's a big question. I think you should be working out on your communication skills, the way you present yourself, the way you communicate to people, your public speaking skills. So these are few things, because in a corporate, you will have to deal with a huge crowd every day, and they will not be familiar to you in any way. So to face an unfamiliar crowd, to face a stranger, you need to have that confidence into yourself, so that you can go with a subject matter to them and express it in the right manner. So that is most important. Landing up into a corporate is easy, but then fulfilling it and growing into it in your career is all about confidence. So I would like to say that and this by saying that please work upon your confidence, please work upon your speaking skills, also do work upon your technical skills. If you have a area of interest into a particular domain, I think you should be studying a lot more about it, so that before you enter the industry, you will be having quite a good amount of knowledge about it, and you will be able to groom yourself much better.
Right. I hope, Shubhranita, that answers your question. Sonu, what would you like to guide the MBA students? What should they focus on before entering the MBA college and start their journey?
Yes. See, I myself utilize this lockdown period to learning two more things. I have done. I learned website development since I'm from technical background.
Correct.
I was always passionate about learning. All these website kind of things. I learned website development. I made two my own websites, and since Sumit mentioned, communication is also very important. If somebody is having good communication, it's very good to go into the corporate world. But at the same time, if you can learn something which you help you out to add on something which will help you out to add something extra into your knowledge, I can definitely go for it.
Right. So I think yes, the best time to learn a new skill is right now, whether you are your position is growth and expansion, and you're still learning new things. So I think that is the kind of attitude the recruiters look for, that is always learning and always adding on to your skills. Pinky, what advice would you like to give to all the MBA aspirants out there in terms of what exactly what kind of skills they should work on right now?
So Harmeet, as per me, MBA aspirants should work on as Sumit have already mentioned, for their communication skills, they should start reading more and more books, blogs, articles. This will be definitely increasing their communication skill, because communication skill is really required for an interview, for working anywhere, for an internship, for a job anywhere. It's like a very important skill that you need to learn. So before entering into college, if you improved your communication skill, so definitely this will help you in a long run. And the second is you can work on your presentation skills, because in the MBA college you will be presenting multiple presentation you will be giving. In your internship also, in your job also, you need to give presentation, present yourself. So you can definitely work on your presentation skills. That will definitely help you. Yes.
Right. Pinky, just hold on. We have another question for you from Surabhi Yadav. She says, is HR going to help me build my career, ma'am?
Definitely, HR is a really good domain. If you have interest in it, definitely go for it. If you are a people person, you like to solve people problem, like to interact with people, so definitely it's a very good domain that you can go for.
I hope that answers your question, Surabhi. Sumit, my next question is to you. Does campus provide the best placements as they claim, or does they really have great tie-up with those companies? The second part of this question from RT is, if you don't want to go for placements after completion of MBA degree, what will be the option in that case?
Okay, so for the first part, I would like to say, I would like to clear a misconception what people generally have. Colleges offering 100% placement, I think you should be considering it as a myth. This is not the correct way of checking out that point. So I would like to say the meaning of 100% placement is 100% placement assistance. That is the, I think, a better way to portray this thing. So talking about the placement, if you have done your PGDM, if you are doing your PGDM, no matter about the internships or the final placements, you will be assisted in 100% manner for these kind of internships, for landing up into jobs. Yeah, that's very true, because I myself have got multiple number of opportunities, and it's also upon you, based upon your areas of interest, you might choose yourself what industry what company you might go for. So you will be given 100% placement assistance. That is what you should be thinking about. So that is most important, because
so basically what you're trying to say here is that the college is going to give you all, it is going to train you, it is going to give you placement opportunities, but actually it all depends on student, how he or she utilizes the talent. Right. So is there any experience in your case where your batchmates or somebody, they just said 100% placement hai to unko mehnat nahi karni padegi? Is there something that happened in your case, something like that?
That's what I said. See, people, misunderstand this point. I can use this word, misunderstand. Because agar you have to think about it, कि अगर कोई आपको ये कह रहा है कि we will give you 100% placement, so you will develop a comfort zone, thinking this, that कि मेरे को क्या करना है, I don't have to do anything, college to placement करा ही देगी. But this is not the truth. College is a different entity, a corporate structure, a company is a different entity. So you are going to grab skills over there in college, and you will be having to present those skills or execute those skills when you end up into a corporate. So now if the college is offering you 100% placement, it means that the college will be assisting you with multiple number of options, jahan pe ki you can appear for interviews for different companies who are offering jobs according to areas of your interest.
Right.
If you are a good presenter, if you are someone who are having the right set of skills, if you go through the course well enough that you develop all those skills, so in that case, ऐसी कोई company नहीं है who cannot give you a job, who cannot offer you a job, because that has happened with me. There is no any internship wherever that company would not have offered me the job. It was always upon me whether I am accepting it or not. So it will be in your hand. Now talking about my batchmates who were there, so there were few people. It happens, it's a human psychology, it happens with everyone. It might also happen with the future aspirants. So it happens, you might have a misconception that they are saying 100% placement, you might end up into a comfort zone saying that let the college do their part, I do not have to do anything. But that's not the truth. If you even have 1% of this thought in your mind that college aapki placement lagwa degi, then that is very wrong. You should be working.
Yeah, it's from both the sides. The student
Yes,
also works hard,
obviously,
and the college also gives its 101% to get the students placed.
True.
Right. Thank you so much, Sumit. The next question, Sonu, would you like to answer this question from Lucky? He says, what's the guarantee of providing job, and at least what salary package of a student do we get after graduating from Sunstone University?
Well, if I talk about guarantee of placements, of course, the Sunstone helps everywhere, even after passing the job, even after completing the degree.
Right.
But there's no as such guarantee about the minimum and maximum placement. But yeah, if I talk about my own experience, yeah, at least minimum we can have a package of 3 to 5.
Absolutely.
But again, it depends upon your caliber, your potential, and your knowledge.
Absolutely. Right. So I'm sure that answers your question. There's another question for you, Sonu. Goldie Mishra says, hello, sir. I'm a student of Sunstone Eduversity. My question is, so this is a current student. I will be doing PGDM. Many students' background is not English medium, but the jobs are always in the English language, interviews and both written exams. So how do I go about it? How do I improve this?
See, if you talk about this, entering in a job, you must need a communication skills. This is very required. But if you are applying for let's say if you're going for an analytics kind of job, you don't need to go to the front page. You have to sit on the back end. You have to do all this. But you need to be strong in terms of your analytics, in terms of your data. For example, if you're good at Excel, you can have any job at anywhere. You don't need to talk to anybody. You just share your knowledge. You just express your knowledge, nothing else. In that, you don't need to require any communication skill.
Right. Would Sumit and Pinky, would you like to add to this question that अगर English किसी की अच्छी नहीं है, जो हमारे current students हैं, तो वो कैसे improve कर सकते हैं? Adding to what Sonu said. Yes, Pinky. Yes, Pinky.
So yes, अगर आपकी English सही भी नहीं है, it's okay. So we have like different things like Sunstone is already providing you English art, which will be helping you to improve. क्योंकि मैं भी जब आई थी initially मेरी English बिल्कुल अच्छी नहीं थी, बिल्कुल भी नहीं. I was scared कि interview में जाना है और मुझे बहुत डर लगता था. But right now अगर interview है ठीक है, I'm very much confident now. So अगर English नहीं ठीक है, there are various ways which you can improve. Start reading books, start reading blogs, start reading articles, which will help you to improve your English. And Sunstone, as you're already a student of Sunstone, so Sunstone will be providing you like ways in which you can improve your English. Definitely.
Absolutely. So I mean, we can tell our viewers that Pinky is perhaps the live example of Sunstone Eduversity. And like you said, you were a little shy in speaking. It's just a language. At the end of the day, it's just a language. जैसे हिंदी है वैसे ही अंग्रेजी है.
That can be learned. Exactly,
it can be learned, right? So Sumit, would you like to add something to this particular question?
Yeah, sure. Why not? See, talking about the communication part. So there are people, who are very fluent in English, and there are people who can understand but cannot speak. And there are the third group of people who can understand slightly and but cannot speak at all. So for all of these people, see, one thing is very important to understand कि English एक language है, and if you are willing to work pan India, अगर आप इंडिया में किसी भी पार्ट में जाके काम करना चाहते हो, so अगर आपको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है, you would be able to work, but अपने जोन में आप काम कर पाओगे. आपको हिंदी अगर आती है, सिर्फ हिंदी अगर आती है, तो आप नॉर्दर्न पार्ट ऑफ द कंट्री में ज्यादा काम कर पाओगे. even if you are getting opportunities based upon your skill sets in the southern part of the country, but this will be a barrier to you कि आपको लगेगा कि मेरे को वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छी प्लेसमेंट मिल रही है, बहुत अच्छी पैकेज मिल रही है, लेकिन भी आप वहाँ पे मूव ऑन नहीं कर पाओगे, तो ये एक बैरियर हो सकता है. But
Right.
having said that, it's not, it's not something to demean anyone, to show anyone down. But then there's one thing that it's a necessity of the hour, because if you have it with you, it will always give you an additive advantage to be into the industry, because the way of communication, because every business is going global, and as
Right.
business is going global right now, so you need to understand this, that you will have to communicate to a huge range of people.
Right.
And this is where the communication part will come into play. So yes, अगर आपको इंग्लिश नहीं आती है तो डरे नहीं, बिल्कुल सीखें उसको.
बिल्कुल, it's just a language at the end.
Yeah.
Right. एक हमारा एक करंट स्टूडेंट है NIU से, हर्षित रस्तोगी. वो कहते हैं कि हेलो मैम, आई एम योर स्टूडेंट ऑफ NIU Sunstone Eduversity. हेलो हर्षित. Sir has said that I can do MBA in any specialization and I will get good placement. Is that right, Sumit?
Okay. See, this is very right, as I say, because any specialization when I'm talking about. So if you come into the college with a very open mind, if you are not able to figure out your area of interest and what your thought processes are, and if you want a mentor who can actually guide you and let you know that you have certain skill sets which can make you a good fit into a particular specialization, so you can come with an open mind. Obviously इसमें कोई कंपल्शन नहीं है कि आपको एक पर्टिकुलर फील्ड चूज करके ही MBA करने के लिए आना होगा. आप बिल्कुल you can join an PGDM institute or an MBA institute. आने के बाद वहाँ पे you will have to figure out which industry you are going to work into, because the industries are different and they require different skill sets. The faculties are there. The faculties will be helping you to understand what skill sets you are good at and where you will be able to excel. For as in my case, I was good in presentation skills, I was good in communication. So my faculties helped me recognize that, and they told me that sales and marketing would be a platform, or HR would be a platform where you can specialize and you can grow into your career. So this is what about taking the advice. If you are with an open mind, if you have not yet thought that which specialization I should go for or which specialization would land me up into a better job, so please join the industry, please join the college, and then let the mentors, let the faculties check up on your skill sets, and they will for sure help you out in deciding which industry you are going into.
Right. Having said that, Sonu, there's another question by Prajwal Gowda. He says, which specialization is good between MBA in marketing or HR or finance, or HR in finance? So it's either like he wants to know MBA in marketing अच्छी है या HR in finance अच्छी है?
I would be saying, if your area, again, it's completely depend upon your area of interest. But yeah, if you go for a HR with finance, it would be better.
Okay. Pinky, since you are from the HR background, what would you like to say on this? MBA in marketing or HR in finance? What do you think?
So, Harmeet, it's totally depend upon the interest. If you're interested in marketing, so go for marketing, and if you're interested in like people management, so definitely then you can go for it. Every specialization in MBA is good if you have like interested in and you enjoy working in it. Because if you opt for marketing and you don't enjoy it, so then it will be of no use. Then definitely whatever field or domain you like, enjoy, you can go for that.
I think there's a very nice question by Prajal only. He's since you all are established, and there was a point when all of you guys were students, and now you guys are team leads, and you have so many people reporting to you. There's an amazing question out there. He says, during COVID-19, how do you motivate your employees to work in this pandemic situation? Sumit, can we start with you? Yes.
Okay, can you come again, please?
Yeah. Prajal says, during COVID-19, how do you motivate your employees to work on this pandemic situation?
Okay, so actually, see, that's a question, which haunts us every day. So during this situation right now, so see what the companies are doing is that there are many of the companies which have to cut off the salary of the employees, or even many of them are getting terminated as such right now. But
Right.
then there's one more thing. There are many other companies, like one of my company where I'm working in. So we are be giving the option of working from home, but at the same time the company is recognizing what work we are doing, and they are praising us about this, that not being in the office and not being physically being over there inside the
Right.
premises and not being connected to people. Virtually we are working, and we are getting the work done, and even we have got the ratio of the efficiency being approved, and improved during this time period. So the
Right.
organization is also, they have not cut off in the terms of salary, or they have not terminated anybody. And also they are helping us groom ourselves. They are helping us through some video sessions, and the
Right.
CEO himself addressed us recently. So yeah, they have been motivating us, and we are also very much motivated, because this is a time when the company, when the employer and the employee should be helping hand in hand with each other, so that we overcome this
Absolutely.
crisis, and yeah, and we come out as winners. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Pinky, what would you like to add to this? I mean, how are you motivating your juniors, and how are you going on with this in this pandemic situation? How is your, corporate journey been like?
Okay, so yes, definitely COVID-19 has definitely affected. So to basically motivate my team, so what we do a face-to-face like interaction and a Zoom call, we connect and share our experiences. This motivates them definitely. So this is the first thing that we do. We maybe after when the logout time is there, we connect and share our experiences and everything. So
So on a
and
day-to-day,
we
daily basis, you guys are
yeah,
online
exactly,
connected. Yes.
exactly. So and secondly, we try to keep in touch through WhatsApp groups, through Slack, and always try to be connected.
Right.
And then yeah, so then maybe through an encouragement or an encouragement email to the employee who is performing well in my team. So these are the things that we are doing to motivate them, because this pandemic 19 has affected very badly.
Right. Right. Sonu, would you like to add something on the COVID-19 situation?
What I basically do to motivate my team. So every morning I used to organize a Zoom call, so where my all the team member comes and we share everyday plan at or whatever I'm gonna do today. And I used to share all the to-do list to my all the employees, that this is
Right.
your task, this is your task, this is your task. Since everyone is working from home, so based on their to-do list, they complete their to-do list, and they once they're done with the to-do list, they message me, they text me, sir, I'm done with my to-do list. Now I'm free. I said, yeah, you free. You are completely free. No need to be, work again. Then this is how I motivate others. And again, we do evening call to understand something is doesn't work. If something, if someone is not able to complete that task, I used to help them. But this is how I used to connect with them, and this is how I used to motivate with them.
Right, right. Having said that, I think, Sumit, you have just mentioned a while back that you have pursued PGDM. I think that you will be the best person to answer this question. Goyal says, what is the difference between MBA and PGDM? I know that you had already mentioned. If you can briefly highlight those points again. And please tell about PGDM widely. So if you can
Okay.
please, yeah.
Okay, so as I say, like the major difference between PGDM and an MBA is about the, regulating authority, as I said previously also. Now, talking widely about PGDM, so PGDM has the supervising authority, which is AICTE. Now, when I talk about this supervising authority, the college has been given all the rights, to implement or execute the course according to the students, according to their own structure. So it can be specialized. When I talk about specialized, every student is individually connected to each one of the faculties, and whatever attributes they are good into, that is being looked upon, and they are being trained in such a manner that they can be industry ready. So when you are going into a PGDM college, you will for sure not find, kind of a course structure which is being used in all of the colleges. It's very personalized, and I would like to say again that, if majority of the students in the college are facing a problem, that is language. So in that condition, the college will have all the rights, or the college will have the options of, like making a course structure, like we have the English hour session going on right now. So this flexibility is being given to the PGDM colleges, unlike in MBA, because MBA has a university regulation which is approved by UGC. So in that condition, in MBA colleges, all of the MBA colleges which come under a particular university, they will all have the same course structure. So, and colleges also do not have more options of, molding those kind of courses. So yeah, these are the basic differences. So I think, and talking about the placement records as well. So if you check upon the placement records, 90% out of the 100% placement records are for the PGDM institutions. Also, 90% of the topmost institutes all over the country are having the PGDM course structure. The
Right.
top percent, yeah.
Right. I hope, Goyal, that answers your question. Sumit, there's this one question I think which is relevant to all three of you guys, which says, please let the alumni give us insight, Sergeant Singh says, about the package and what sort of profile the companies, they come from in Sunstone. Sumit, we'll begin from you since. Yeah.
Okay, so talking about the profile, you will have a wide range of profiles, which are, which start from sales, marketing, digital marketing, logistics, operations, and human resource. So these will be the profiles which you will be offered. Now, based upon your skill sets, you will be going into particular profiles. Now, as a PGDM fresher, the packages, if you talk about, the packages will totally depend that it's dependent on the discretion of a particular company. So, a company whichever is coming into for placement, obviously Sunstone also keeps a check upon, the basic package which is being offered, because we also, when I was getting placed, I saw this, that, people were being offered jobs, but not of that low pay scale. The college also keeps a check upon this, that, you
Right.
do not get demotivated after doing such a huge course, and after that if you're not getting placed well. So
Right.
that responsibility depends upon the college, and also at the right time it's upon the company's discretion what packages they are offering based upon your skill sets. So yeah, please brush up your skill sets, and please don't worry about the packages which you are going to get, because if you worry about the package right now, you would end up not actually brushing up your skill sets. So that's the priority. Yeah.
Right. So I think there's no limit in terms of internships. In fact, Sumit, I would like to tell you that your current batch of juniors, not just they are doing one internships during COVID-19, they are doing 2 to 3 internships per student. Some of them are working day and night, to make sure that they get everything right. They make full utilization of this time and space. Having said that, Pinky, next question is for you. Harshit Rastogi says, ma'am, I'm weak in maths. How much will it affect on my MBA from Sunstone Eduversity?
Okay, so Harshit, that's not a problem. Even if you're weak in maths, you can opt for maybe a marketing or a HR domain in which maths is not much required. Maybe see, in the first year some accounting will be there, but if you're weak in maths, that's not a problem at all.
Right. Thank you so much, Pinky. I think we are towards the last question. Sonu, if you would like to take this up, it's from Siddharth. He says, I have ideas to do business in future, but I do not have resources for it. Is marketing the right path, or what is the right path for me to take?
Well, this is the idea which comes everyone's minds the moment people go into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And going for your own business, you need to understand that the requirement of the product that you're going to work, and also understand the basic the segment of customer. So based on that, you can go with your decision.
Right. So would you like to add something, Sumit, to this, since you're from the marketing background as well?
Yeah, so the marketing, marketing is a very wide range. If you enter into marketing and sales, so there's no end to it. It's all infinite. So, like talking about the specializations, about the marketing platform and everything. So that is one step you are going ahead. So I think, like you should be climbing up the stairs in a synchronized manner. So the first stair which you should be looking upon is towards the working out upon your skill sets. If you have a look upon marketing, if you have a inclination over the marketing segment, so of course you should make a list of the top 10 growing startups or the unicorn companies right now, and you should have a thorough research about how these companies have started growing up, and how what is the sales revenue, what is the net worth they are having right now. So you should be having a research about it. Once you enter into the marketing or the sales domain, then after that I'm sure you will find no end to it. It's infinite, it's a very wide stream. So yeah, I'm enjoying it also a lot right now.
I hope, Siddharth, that answers your question. Um, it was a lovely session with all of you guys. Before signing off, I would request all of you to, give one message to your juniors, to the upcoming batch of Sunstone Eduversity. We'll start with Pinky.
Okay, so as a Sunstone alumni, see, no college will give you everything in a platter. So it's your hard work and patience which will take you to the level or the position you want to reach. So I myself believed in hard work and patience, and see where I am. So this is the advice I want to give to the and
How sweet, how sweet. I hope your juniors, have more sessions with you once their batches start.
Yeah,
thank
definitely.
you. Say something to your upcoming juniors who are coming, and they're going to go on this journey of MBA. Yes, so yes.
That's a very good message that I would like to give my all the juniors. Let's see, be hungry, be passionate, and if you really want to become a hero, start working against the gravity. This is what I would like to say all my juniors.
Right. Thank you so much, Sonu. Sumit, what is that one message you would like to give all the juniors?
Oh, so there has been one thing which has been a point of success for me, which has proved out to be a success factor for me, which is confidence. So yeah, I think like you should be confident. You should be confident enough to handle all the whatever things are coming up to you. You should be confident enough to tackle them. As well as one more thing is there, you should always be seeking for solutions. Problems will keep on coming. If you are not figure out to solve that problem, please contact your seniors, please contact your mentors, but always be go getter, always be a person seeking solutions. Because the corporates do not, I'm saying this being very blunt, corporates do not like people who are not having resolutions and who are always having problems. So be a person finding solutions and always be confident. That's it.
Right. Thank you so much, Sumit, Sonu, and Pinky, for sharing your experiences and your journey with us. Having said that, thank you everyone. We appreciate you being here. We'll see you soon with yet another interesting webinar. If you're an alumni, you can connect us to alumni@sunstone.edu.in or get in touch with Sarita ma'am or Sumitra sir. This session will be saved here on our channel for you to watch again, and for others who have missed us joining us live. Also, don't forget to follow Sunstone University's social media handles for updates on webinars, amazing videos, and content that can help you build skills and grow in your career. Having said that, this is Harmeet Sahdev signing off, and see you